Oh yeah, it's a pretty nice day. Oh, is that a Hilux? Alrighty guys, so here is my 2009 Gold N70 Hilux. She's a beaut. So we have a couple things, as you might have seen in past TikToks. She got a facelift. She looks pretty, looks lovely, I love it. It's good because there's 5 mounts on here, which is good for, I wouldn't use 5 aerials. I don't know what I'd use it for, I don't know. Unless I'm GME. This aerial is a Uniden 4.5, a DBI, that one. My bad, OG, keep thugging it out.
My bad, OG, keep thugging it out.
We just wired it up today. It's lovely, actually. Haven't really tested it much, but it does the job, from what I've been told. So, yeah. Stop, you're gonna get me in trouble. Anyway, yeah, we got the factory recovery points down here. They work, they're not too bad. Wouldn't really need radar recovery points as I have these from factory. We got the X-Rocks bash plate underneath. Works well with the bull bar. I'm going to be making this a bit of a custom X-Rocks bar, which I'll have plate here, and I'll have a bit of a gap here because there's mounting brackets here that can be used for lights. I'll also cover down here a little bit to protect the body, and I'll also put in hoops on either side. The main reason why I'll be covering here, purely because it can get hit pretty bad, and the washer bottle is visible from there, which I don't really want a broken washer bottle. That's roughly it for the front end. We got a black grille. Because this car is an auto, and the only downside of the autos, the gearboxes run a bit hot. Well, the original owners have put a trans cooler in, which I've noticed a big difference. It's fucking pretty good compared to what other people have told me with their autos. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's check what's going on with the side. You may notice there's a bit of a wide body kit on her. Personally, I love it. Looks phenomenal. Everyone tells me it looks fucking pretty mint. I think just it looks good. Also to help legal reasons. So we have some 15 by 8 inch steelies wrapped in a high-low X-Terrain MT, 33 by 12.5 on a 15-inch rim. These tyres, I will admit, they are cheapies, 280 a tyre-ish, but they have the BF Goodrich tread pattern on them. It's essentially the exact same thing, same make, it doesn't have the branding, which, I'll be honest, I do not care branding, I just care for functionality. But I would love if it said Maxis on it, I will admit, or even Nitto. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so these are the V60 flares. They're 60mm wide from Ute Mart. They do a lot of flares like this for Hiluxes, Navaras, Rangers, essentially everything. They're perfect. They're phenomenal. The only downside, they don't come in this color, so I had to paint match them myself. It's a bit dodgy. Ended up coming out matte. Doesn't look too bad, but hopefully I can end up getting the gloss in it. There is no rock sliders yet because they are very, very expensive. I spent too much on the lift and the tyres. Alright, then let's head to the back. Alrighty. So. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. There's cows back there. I love cows. There's a duck there as well. I don't know what the duck's doing with the cows. Anyway, we're getting a bit sidetracked. So, in the back end, there's not much going on, really. We've got your usual tub liner. The best thing about the Hilux tub liners, they come with 4 cup holders. Trust me, it works wonders, especially with you camping out with the mates, with the boys. These ones here, specifically these ones, are reserved for Great Northerns.
Drink Great Northern, guys.
They are the best for Great Northerns. Trust me on that. Please. Please, Great Northern. Please sponsor. On the top, we have a King's canvas rooftop tents. They're pretty cheap. You can find them really cheap used. I got this one used, but I cleaned it out thoroughly with the big Aussie boy lift and big Aussie boy tires. There's a 50 or 60 mil mattress in this. It's plenty. It works perfectly. I've been able to fit 2 sleeping bags and 2 blankets in this while it's folded. This tub rack, picked it off the same guy from Facebook Marketplace. It also had a King's light bar at the back, which I will admit, not too bad. Especially if we're camping or we're doing like fishing or something at night, I can have the light bar going. It's pretty good. Yeah, except for the fact that you can see it's not plugged in yet. With the tub rack, the guy I bought it off is a Boilermaker up in, where is he? Engadine. Yeah. He shut himself at an Engadine Macca's. He was a boilie. He made this himself. I was thinking about either making my own one or buying like a PSR one or a low mount one, because from what I've heard, they work wonders with the rooftops, because it won't really affect your fuel economy if it's lower than the roof. Same with noise, you won't really hear it much because the wind breaks once it hits the body and it won't actually affect with the rooftop. But yeah, the half racks are perfect. They're beautiful. Got the roof rack, light bar, and the rooftop tent, as well as a GME antenna for $800. Not too bad. Pretty good. I got black tail lights, smoked out, actually. Reason why, Daddy actually bought these ones for me. This is Daddy's money right here. Just these. These are Daddy's money. Not your boy's hardworking, earning money. Just the tail lights. Stuff. Anyway, these tail lights, I had to get these purely because when I bought this car, the original tail lights had holes in them, like they were cracked out and whatnot, and I didn't really want to get in trouble or pulled over. And now, as this thing is built, I don't really care about getting pulled over, which I should. One thing as well, if you do decide to go big Aussie boy tires, you do have to move mud flaps. I could not find ones to suit these, so these are the original mud flaps. I just took the top one off, I cut holes in it, and I moved it out. So it is a bit wobbly. The bottom of the mud flap does hit the tire a little bit, but as long as it makes it look a bit more legal, that's all I really care about. Let's talk about the suspension. Oh no, the Kincrome! Oh no! Oh shit, my bad. We're moving on to suspension. 3-inch Dobinson's MRA or MR. I don't remember. It cost me a lot. That's all I remember. Oh, you can't even see. We have a Dobinson's upper control arm with a Dobinson's strut, 3 inches. I love 3 inches. We have so much room for activities. A lot of room for activities. Like, a lot of room for activities. Or air thrusting. On God, that's how I feel about this thing too. I love it. Dobinson's leaf springs in the rear, as well as Dobinson's shocks. Yeah, Dobinson's shocks. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah, I'm a bit autistic. We've been having brain fart moments all morning. It's been a very, very long day. Yeah, so we also have a 3-inch Playtime Autos lift dump exhaust. Personally, it does sound pretty good. It sounds like a wet fart at a cold start. I gotta love wet farts. But one thing I would recommend, do not get a diff dump. My diff is currently covered in diesel soot. It looks like an Nutella fella. No! I'm not the biggest fan of diff dumps, purely because it just covers the diff in soot. It stays clean for about a day. Not even a day. As soon as I start driving the thing, it just gets filthy. My neighbours don't like me when I wake up at 4 in the morning to go to work. They just hear a massive wet fart. But yeah, I'm autistic, all right? I'm a bit retarded. I'm not all there. Let's take a look what's going on inside. Oh, she's a bit high. Alrighty. So there isn't really much going on in this big girl, other than my Panadol stash. I have a severe drug addiction with Panadol. Panadol, sponsor me, please. I love Panadol. Auto, because Papa didn't want me to get a manual because he goes, it's your daily driver. I guess that makes sense. I guess I love men, according to Nathan. But oh yeah, banging tunes. We also have the Chinese special Zhashing Hajong War supplied by him. It's pretty good, I will admit. It has CarPlay. I love CarPlay. CarPlay, sponsor me. Anyway, this is pretty cool. Why? YouTube on the run. I can also put Netflix on if I want to. No YouTube, no Netflix, nothing.
Love you, Mum.
I lied about that. Love you, Mum and Dad. Do not kill me, please. We have a GME TX3220 supplied by my father. The state of it,
Good quality.
I had to, let's not talk about it. I had to tape it a little bit because it did have exposed copper. It works perfectly though, which is what I like to see. So we'll take a listen. Let's see what some people are saying if they are nearby.
Drink Great Northern, guys. It's the only beer you should be drinking. Drink Great.
What that guy said. On God, on God.
My bad, OG. Keep thugging it out.
I have my Steve Irwin holding a croc as a croc. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is the reason why I get up in the morning every single day. I love it so much. You're like, look at the excitement in his face. That's the reason why I do what I do. We also have some black anal beads. He loves handing out his anal beads. He has some, I have some now. Yep, they've definitely been used. Hands. Daddy. A bit uncomfortable. If your car don't scrub, you're a little bitch.
Says the guy who had to cut his fucking flares today.
I totally didn't have to cut my brand new flares. That's roughly it on the inside. Let's go back outside. Let's do it outside. Let's do a summary. Get out of here. So, to sum up what I've done to this car, there's not really much going on. I have an idea. I had the big Aussie boy aerial up the front here, and this one did a lot of boing, which was quite funny. You may or may not have seen Nathan's D40 rig rundown, or as I like to call it, a show and tell, up the primary school days. Yeah, me and Jack were having a bit of fun with the elongated boing. We'll eventually get a Stano and airbox. Maybe I'm kind of pushing away from an airbox. If I get a good Stano with a water diverter, I wouldn't really need an airbox. As well as it's an extra $1,200 to $1,500. I don't really want to spend that much money. I'm an apprentice. I built this car on apprentice wages. But I do have a K&N filter in there. I have noticed it does. It's not a. It doesn't sound like a hectic V8 turbo, but it's good enough. It helps me sleep at night. Stop laughing at me. Moving on. Yeah, that's roughly it. And actually, one thing I did forget. She's unlocked currently. I have a tight LSD in the rear because it got serviced by the old owners recently, so it is pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
I do want to get a front locker, an e-locker. Maybe not Harrop because I can't afford that. If they would like to lend me one to test, I will return it once I find how good they are. And we don't know how long it will be until I find that they work perfectly. But yeah, I'll probably go for a TJM e-locker. So yeah, I hope to get it front locker. Then you will see this thing climb Moonrock. 100% you'll see it climb Moonrock. Stay tuned for our big trip coming up in October, I believe. Nathan's been working hard with all the editing, put his Instagram and all our socials right here. Give us a follow. That was the Trailblazer N70 Hilux rig rundown. Hopefully we'll see you guys on our big trip. You'll love that. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when us retards upload. Anyway, that was the little Arab for the day. Have a good one.